Notice this carefully. When a woman secretly loves you, she does not disappear. She adjusts her distance while protecting her emotions. Understand what most men misunderstand. Indifference creates silence, distance, and absence. Hidden love creates presence disguised as normal interaction. She may act calm, she may act casual, she may even act slightly distant sometimes, but she does not remove herself from your world. She remains available in small, consistent, meaningful ways that reveal more truth than words ever could. Watch her patterns, not her statements. A woman hiding love rarely confesses directly because confession feels risky before certainty exists. Instead, she stays near your life through conversations that continue longer than necessary, messages that arrive at unexpected moments, and attention that quietly repeats itself until it becomes impossible to ignore. She is not staying by accident, she is staying by intention. Recognize the difference between someone who is polite and someone who is emotionally present. Politeness responds when required. Emotional presence responds when connection matters. When she checks how your day went without needing a reason. When she notices your silence without being asked. When she returns to conversations that could have ended earlier. She is showing something deeper than friendliness. She is showing attachment that she has not yet decided to reveal openly. Observe how she remembers the small things about you. She remembers your routines, your struggles, your opinions, and even your moods. Memory follows importance. People do not invest mental energy into details unless their heart has already decided someone matters. Her memory becomes a quiet signal that she is paying attention far more closely than she admits. Notice how she creates reasons to stay connected, even when she pretends nothing special is happening. She sends a message about something simple. She shares something she saw that reminded her of you. She asks a question she could have answered herself. These actions are not random. They are emotional bridges she builds carefully so she can stay close without exposing how much closeness means to her. Pay attention to her timing. She appears again when distance begins forming. She reconnects when conversation fades. She returns when silence grows longer than usual. This is not coincidence. This is someone protecting connection while protecting her pride at the same time. She is choosing presence without pressure because she wants access to you without risking rejection. See the courage hidden inside her subtle behavior. Staying close without certainty requires emotional strength. It is easier to disappear than to remain near someone who matters deeply. It is easier to detach than to continue showing up quietly. When she keeps showing up, she is revealing commitment she has not yet spoken aloud. Understand why she moves this way. Hidden love fears misinterpretation. Hidden love fears rejection. Hidden love fears losing what already exists by asking for something more. She stays close because she values the connection too much to risk breaking it before she feels safe enough to trust what she feels. Her distance is not avoidance. Her distance is protection. Notice how she listens when you speak about your life. She pays attention differently. She reacts differently. She stays engaged longer than necessary. Listening with emotional patience is one of the strongest signs of silent attachment because attention always follows importance. When someone cares deeply, they become present in ways that cannot be faked. Watch how she responds to your absence. If she checks in when you disappear, if she reconnects when communication slows, if she notices your silence before others do, she is revealing concern she has not named yet. Concern is the shadow of love. People do not track the emotional presence of someone who means nothing to them. Recognize the quiet loyalty inside her consistency. She may not announce feelings, she may not make dramatic gestures, she may not express vulnerability openly yet, but she stays. She returns. She continues showing up in ways that prove her attention has direction and her interest has intention. Consistency always reveals what words are trying to hide. Respect what her presence is telling you. A woman who secretly loves you chooses closeness again and again, even while pretending everything is normal. She protects her emotions while protecting the connection at the same time. She remains near because distance would hurt more than silence. She stays because her heart already decided something important long before her voice was ready to admit it. Recognize this truth immediately. When a woman challenges you instead of constantly praising you, she is revealing emotional investment that goes deeper than surface attraction. Understand what most men mistake. They assume love always looks like agreement, admiration, and easy encouragement. They expect softness without resistance. They expect support without pressure. But a woman who secretly cares about you does not behave like a spectator in your life. She behaves like someone who sees your future and refuses to watch you shrink away from it. Notice how she reacts when you settle for less than your ability. She questions your decisions. She pushes back when your mindset becomes limited. She refuses to accept excuses that other people ignore. This is not criticism designed to weaken you. This is attention designed to strengthen you because she already sees you as someone important. Understand why challenge exists inside hidden love. Emotional investment creates expectations. Expectations create standards. Standards create pressure for growth. A woman who feels nothing for you will not spend energy correcting your direction. Indifference stays silent. Indifference walks away. Indifference does not care whether you rise or remain the same. Observe how she treats other men compared to how she treats you. With others, she may stay polite, agreeable, and distant. With you, she becomes more direct, more honest, more demanding. This difference is not accidental. It reveals that your choices affect her emotionally in ways other people's choices do not. She reacts because your path matters to her more than she admits. Pay attention to the courage behind her honesty. Challenging someone creates risk. It risks disagreement, it risks misunderstanding, it risks rejection. Yet she still chooses to speak truth instead of staying comfortable. That decision reveals that protecting your growth feels more important to her than protecting her own comfort. Notice how she encourages your strengths without making them obvious compliments. She reminds you what you are capable of when you forget. She expects discipline when you become distracted. She questions your hesitation when you avoid opportunities. She sees your potential clearly enough to refuse letting you ignore it. That is not control. That is quiet belief in your ability. Recognize the psychology behind her behavior. People protect what they value. When she challenges your mindset, your habits, or your decisions, she is protecting the version of you she believes can exist. She is responding not only to who you are now, but to who she believes you can become. This level of vision rarely appears without emotional connection. Watch how she reacts when you succeed. Her energy shifts, her respect increases, her engagement deepens. She becomes more present in conversations about your goals and your direction. Success strengthens her connection because she already invested belief in your growth long before others noticed it. Notice how she becomes frustrated when you ignore your responsibilities or avoid improvement. That frustration is not negativity. That frustration is attachment expressing itself without confession. People do not feel disappointment about someone's progress unless that progress matters to them emotionally. Understand the difference between judgment and expectation. Judgment criticizes without caring about outcomes. Expectation challenges because outcomes matter deeply. When she expects more from you, she is revealing that your choices affect how she feels about the connection she is quietly protecting. Recognize how rare this behavior truly is. Many people admire from distance. Few people invest energy into someone's development. Fewer still take the emotional risk of challenging someone they secretly care about. When she does this, she is showing trust in your strength even before she openly shows her feelings. Pay attention to how she responds when you improve after her challenge. She becomes calmer, more supportive, more engaged. Her respect becomes visible through her tone, her presence, and her attention. Growth strengthens attraction because she already believed growth was possible. See the hidden message inside her challenge. She is not trying to change who you are. She is trying to protect the version of you she already respects. She is not demanding perfection. She is asking for effort. She is not criticizing weakness. She is encouraging strength she believes already exists inside you. Value what her expectations reveal. A woman who secretly loves you does not remain neutral about your direction. She becomes emotionally involved in your progress because your future matters to her more than she is ready to admit. She challenges you because she sees something worth building, worth protecting, and worth believing in long before she is ready to say the word love. Notice this immediately. When a woman secretly loves you, her reactions to you become stronger than she intends to show, stronger than she plans to reveal, and stronger than she can completely control. Understand what emotional intensity really means. People do not react deeply to someone who holds no importance in their heart. They remain neutral, calm, unaffected. But when her feelings are hidden and growing at the same time, her emotions begin to appear in small moments she never planned to expose. Her laughter becomes louder around you. Her silence becomes deeper when something you say touches her. Her attention becomes sharper whenever your presence changes the atmosphere. These are not accidents. These are emotional signals escaping protection. Watch how she listens to you differently than she listens to others. She focuses more carefully. She remembers more precisely. She reacts more personally. Listening is never random. Listening reveals value. When someone quietly loves you, your words carry weight even when they are simple, ordinary, or casual. She responds not only to what you say, but to what your words mean to her internally. Observe how quickly she notices changes in your mood. She senses when something feels different even before you explain it. She recognizes when your energy shifts even before others see it. Emotional awareness like this appears only when someone is paying close attention from a place of connection. People do not track emotional changes unless the person matters deeply. Recognize how her laughter becomes a signal instead of a reaction. She laughs more easily around you. She enjoys your humor more than expected. She responds to your presence with warmth that feels natural but carries extra energy underneath. Laughter reveals comfort, and comfort reveals attachment that has already begun forming quietly inside her. Pay attention to her jealousy when another woman enters the conversation. It may not appear dramatic, it may not appear obvious, but her tone shifts, her questions become sharper, her interest becomes more alert. Jealousy does not grow from indifference. Jealousy grows from emotional investment she is not ready to explain openly. Notice how she reacts when your attention moves away from her. She becomes quieter, more observant, slightly distant for a moment, not because she wants to punish you, but because she is protecting feelings she did not expect to feel so strongly. Hidden love always tries to remain calm, yet attachment always reveals itself through reaction. Understand why emotional reactions become stronger than she plans. When feelings develop privately, they do not disappear. They build quietly beneath behavior. Over time, they begin to surface through expressions she cannot fully control. Her voice changes slightly. Her expressions become more sincere. Her attention becomes more focused. Her reactions become more meaningful than she intended. Watch how she responds when you succeed or face difficulty. She celebrates your victories with genuine energy. She becomes concerned when something challenges you. She notices when your confidence drops. Concern is never casual. Concern belongs only where connection already exists. Recognize the power inside her silence after emotional moments. Sometimes she becomes quiet not because she has nothing to say, but because she is managing feelings she does not want to reveal too quickly. Silence can be protection. Silence can be reflection. Silence can be evidence that your presence affects her more deeply than she expected. Observe how she reacts when conversations become personal. Her attention increases. Her tone softens. Her responses become thoughtful instead of casual. Personal conversations reveal emotional territory she does not allow everyone to enter. When she responds strongly in these moments, she is showing trust she has not yet described with words. Notice how she responds when you are absent longer than usual. She reconnects sooner than expected. She asks questions that reveal awareness of your absence. She brings energy back into the conversation naturally, but intentionally. People do not react to absence unless presence already matters to them emotionally. Understand what emotional intensity truly reveals. Strong reactions do not appear without reason. They appear when someone's heart begins choosing connection before their mind decides whether it feels safe to admit it. Her reactions become signals that her emotions are already active, even while her words remain careful. Respect what these reactions are telling you. When her responses feel stronger than expected, when her attention feels deeper than casual interaction, when her presence feels more engaged than ordinary connection, she is revealing attachment she is still protecting. Her emotions are speaking before her voice is ready, showing that her heart has already moved closer to you long before she admits how much you truly matter to her. Notice this truth carefully. When a woman secretly loves you, she does not reveal everything she feels, but she begins revealing parts of herself she does not show to everyone else. Understand what vulnerability really means in human psychology. Vulnerability is never random. People protect their inner world until they feel someone is worth trusting. When she starts sharing her fears, her past experiences, her disappointments, her hopes, and her beliefs about relationships, she is opening doors that remain closed to most people. She may not say she loves you, but she is allowing you closer to the emotional center of her life. That is never casual. Recognize how selective emotional sharing works. A woman hiding love chooses carefully what she reveals and when she reveals it. She does not expose everything at once. She shares gradually. One conversation becomes slightly deeper than the last. One story becomes slightly more personal than expected. One moment becomes slightly more honest than normal interaction usually allows. This slow unfolding is not hesitation, it is intentional trust growing step by step. Observe how she talks about her past relationships. She explains what hurt her. She describes what she learned. She reveals what she fears repeating again. These conversations are not simple storytelling. They are signals that she wants you to understand how to treat her heart. People do not explain their emotional history unless they believe someone might become part of their future. Pay attention when she shares insecurities she normally hides from others. She speaks about doubts she carries. She admits worries she rarely expresses. She reveals areas where she feels uncertain or sensitive. These moments require courage. When someone allows you to see their uncertainty, they are trusting you with something fragile. That trust is never offered without emotional meaning. Notice how she discusses her expectations about loyalty, respect, honesty, and consistency. These conversations are not theoretical, they are personal. She is telling you what matters to her without directly asking for anything. She is quietly showing you the emotional standards she hopes you will understand. When someone explains what they value deeply, they are inviting you into a space where connection can become stronger. Understand why she reveals pieces instead of everything. Hidden love moves carefully because emotional safety has not yet been fully confirmed. She wants closeness, but she also wants protection. She wants connection, but she also wants reassurance. Sharing part of her inner world allows her to test whether you respond with understanding or indifference. Your reaction becomes proof of whether deeper trust feels safe. Watch how her tone changes during vulnerable conversations. She speaks more slowly. She listens more carefully. She reacts more sincerely. Emotional openness always changes communication. It creates moments where connection feels stronger than ordinary interaction. These moments are not accidents. They are invitations to deeper understanding. Recognize the courage inside her honesty when she shares her dreams. She talks about what she hopes to build in life. She describes the kind of future she imagines. She explains what stability and happiness mean to her personally. Dreams are never shared with people who feel temporary. Dreams are shared with people who might become part of that future. Observe how she responds after revealing something personal. She watches your reaction closely. She notices whether you respect what she shared. She pays attention to whether you listen carefully or change the subject quickly. Her trust grows stronger when she feels understood. Her trust becomes cautious again if she feels dismissed. This awareness shows how important your response becomes to her emotional safety. Notice how she begins asking deeper questions about your life as well. Vulnerability creates curiosity. When she opens her world, she also wants to understand yours. She asks about your values, your experiences, your goals, and your beliefs. These questions are not casual interest. They are attempts to discover whether emotional compatibility exists between you. Understand what partial openness really reveals. She is not hiding because she feels nothing. She is revealing slowly because she feels something important and wants to protect it until certainty exists. Each personal story she shares becomes a signal that her emotional walls are lowering carefully, not disappearing suddenly. Respect the meaning behind her gradual openness. A woman who secretly loves you does not rush emotional exposure. She allows closeness to grow naturally. She shares pieces of herself because she is testing whether the connection deserves more trust. Every honest moment she offers becomes evidence that her heart is moving closer, step by step, preparing for the day when what she feels quietly becomes something she no longer needs to hide.